talk through the game. You'll hear me before the game, at the end of the quarter, before the second quarter starts. You will hear me after the game, after the second quarter is over, on halftime, just before Larry Ridley comes in. And you hear me at the end of the third quarter. And then you'll hear me at the end of the game. And we have an roster update. Oh, what a shocker. Oh, you know I want my Eagle cards. Yeah, see, I don't do the challenge and shit. Yeah, see, I don't do the mutt, so I got the regular one. I didn't get the mutt crap this time. I'm 4-0. That's right. Playing our game. Gonna skip that thing there. Yeah, that's what's up. Oh, sorry, I had to play the full game. Eagles and Cardinals. We're gonna edit the unis a little. We're gonna go with dark. We're going home color rush. Alright, we're using the dark jerseys today because we're home again. We were home the other game, but yeah, we didn't use them. Just like using them today. Alright, I'm going to bounce off the mic. We're going to let Larry Ridley take over, and I'm throwing it to Larry Ridley. He's going to throw it to Charles Davis and Braden Galton soon. Like I'm really a part of this broadcast team here. Yeah, right. Alright, I'll see you at the end of the quarter. Bye, guys.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who likes to get it done through the air. The Eagles are #1 in total pass yards, going up against the Cardinals, who will have to be at their best to slow them down. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely, and you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman,
Norm Van Brocklin,
right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's Foles. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Foles. And Jeffrey's got it. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 45 yards. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Now Foles. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
5 plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First time with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, here's Palmer. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now Palmer on third and long. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Brandon Graham in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. And we see his collection of highlights. He's always so tough to cover.
He really is, and there are plenty of reasons why. Runs great routes, has an understanding of what defenses want to do against him, and really has a great determination to go up and get the football. He decides it's his and no one else's.
And he's decided that a lot so far in this game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot when you have all those people bearing down on you.
By the way, I tried to challenge because I don't think it was whatever it was. I think my guy was on the ground or whatever it was there, man, and I tried to challenge and it wouldn't let you. See, that's the problem. In an actual game, you could challenge. They should have reviewed that. That's bull. Sorry to come in early, but I had a comment on that because people have been fighting your challenge. I tried. All right,
so
I'm back out.
Ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gonna look and got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Gonna look deep for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They got 29 yards that time. To throw now on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll set up a throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it now with Sproles. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
All right, y'all, we're through 1 quarter here. It's the Eagles 21, Arizona 7.
Of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
All right, folks, I'm going to send you back to Charles Davis and Braden Galton.
Second
y'all in a
down,
little
they
bit.
need less than a yard to pick up the first. Now Palmer to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Palmer now. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Going with a fullback, Miller, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easy. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Michael Kendricks with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
Going underneath to Blunt. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
He'll drop to throw. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he dumps it off to Blount. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Play action. Now Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Johnson. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now Foles. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Spinning past him. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Foles. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk at the 20. 13 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Here's Foles. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after now from Sturgis. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, it's Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 4 yards on the pickup.
Y'all, I'm going to talk for a minute.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job,
Well, this half is over. We're going to the second half. Well, halftime, the Eagles are up 35 to 10. Okay? I'm doing superb. Even though that one, not interception, I don't know. All right, we're going to throw the Charles Davis. No, Bradley Ridley, sorry. Here's the highlights.
At the end of 2, the Cardinals have an uphill battle in front of them, but will try to claw back in this one. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Eagles starting on their opening drive. Foles on point with the throw, and he'll be tackled at the 26-yard line. Later on the drive, Foles gonna find his mark, and it's caught for the score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Now to the middle of the first. Foles under fire and will throw the pick. Bethel's gonna run it back for the touchdown. We're tied back up at 7. Eagles with possession halfway through 1. Foles on point with the throw, and it's caught for the score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Eagles have it at the 27. Foles on target here, and he'll be tackled at the 1-yard line. Later on the drive, Sproles has got it on the run, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. That puts them on top by 14. Eagles have it at the 19. Foles on target here. He caps off the 7-play drive with a score. That takes the lead up to 18. Eagles on 1st and 5. Foles got the completion here, and it's caught for the touchdown. That takes the lead up to 25. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's send it back up to Brandon and Charles in Philadelphia.
All right, they're going back to Brandon Gordon and Charles Davis in the booth. So I'm going to kick off, and I'll see you at the end of the quarter.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain. And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches, really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defensive coordinator. But he needs help from other people with their eyes and their expertise, and he needs to listen to them. And sometimes you just can't afford to wait on a drive.
Alshon Jeffrey, touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, here's Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 51 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Johnson, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Now Palmer to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it, too.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chris Johnson His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to make things a bit more respectable. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
That drive wasn't good. They get scored, and I think the ball's going out of bounds right there with the kick.
A monster game so far, third quarter.
All right, I'm done talking.
He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Gonna look deep for... He's got a man complete. Alshon Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And partner, sayonara to Randy Moss's 07 record. That is the 24th receiving touchdown this year for him. He's the new king.
Well, always remember how Randy did it. Going deep, going over the top of people, and catching those touchdown passes. But what we've witnessed here today, what we've witnessed throughout this season, great new memories have been created by the new king.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Palmer on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Vinny Curry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw is Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play.
I'm going to go back and look at that play because I really think he was out of bounds with that roll. Let's see. 1 foot, 2 foot. Oof, man, I don't know. Let's see. He caught the ball 1 foot, 2. All right, he was in bounds. All right, I ain't gonna bitch over it because if they say, "Oh no, it was a catch," I lose a timeout. All right, we'll be back at the end of the quarter.
And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Gonna look deep for... This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles continue to roll.
All right, we're going to put me on the mic here for a little bit. That was a heinous catch.
Is the 5th for him in
I
this
mean,
game,
that was
and
heinous.
ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it. But think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll try to get the offense.
Yes, defense.
And he stopped immediately.
And that will be probably the last play of the third quarter.
And it's second down.
All right. Well, it's 63-17. The Eagles are winning. And I'll see you near the end of the game. And I'm off the mic.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. On second down, Palmer into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Line, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now come the Cardinals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gresham has it left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Palmer. And able to find John Brown. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. There on third down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He was trying to go to Aaron Dobson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
2nd and 10 now. And it's Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
We always talk about what a bonus it is for a running back who's able to catch the ball downfield. Well, David Johnson started his college career as a wide receiver before transition, and he's got it all.
Well, it showed last year 80 catches from that running. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vinny Curry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Sproles, the return. Powers through. Sproles, the 20, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Trying to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Gresham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Sproles. Oh, he shifts past him. And there he goes again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And that one's gone back and forth, and it's the Jags that have scored to take the lead. Blake Bortles, a couple of touchdown passes, and he's up over 300 yards in that one.
All right, 2 minutes left, 90-17. 2 punt returns for Sproles. I can't be stopped today, I tell you. All right, I'll be back later.
So they're going to go for 2. He'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial.
Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. The fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down.
Wow, he gained 8 yards. I'm going to talk a little bit here.
Let's see how this plays out.
He gained 8 yards.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Yeah, no.
He's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So they tried to go for it.
Thanks for the ball.
It really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Y'all ought to know me by now.
Get it down to the 7. 7 yards. The pick
I
on
don't
the pitch and catch.
let nothing happen here.
Now Foles. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
We're going to try something real quick. We're going to get Foles, keep him healthy for the next game.
That's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice
see ball, knock ball away. Yes.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
And he gets slammed on the
He's
ass.
taken down. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down.
No, we're going to go.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number.
I'm just pushing it here.
Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking.
And he will get into the end zone.
Please,
It's
what do you think?
Touchdown. This thing is ugly. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game.
I'm not going to get another field goal shot.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards per pass, really high. But what?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Carlos Dansby. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Set now to kick this one away.
This game's almost over. Be over soon. That's why I say an hour's not usually enough.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Eagles are going to win 96-17.
They take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
I think it's just going to run.
Because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guy.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
You knew I was going to do this.
Signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
See, when I play Madden, I can be an asshole. There's no problem with me.
Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Palmer gets them set, 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility
Think we
of the
can
deep
do
ball,
100
and they were
points?
more than ready for it.
I
They
don't
got
know.
the lead, fourth
hoping.
quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
200, 304. I don't know.
Here is the punter Shum as he sends this one away. And a good result there as
Yeah, 'cause you
that'll
don't
get
want
out
me
of
to
bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard
Oh
line.
my God, that far back, dude. Ooh, bye-bye. What do you think? Yeah, I know what I'm doing here.
Here's McGloin. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it, and got his man complete. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for
Timeout,
everyone,
discuss
and they
this
win
here.
big.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one
Yes.
obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And this looks to probably be the final play. On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremont Williams. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
We tried.
Big
We tried.
offensive explosion help leading
And they
them
have a
to
telephone
victory.
call, too, on top of
The
that.
defensive guys, they're just saying, hey.
All right,
put
y'all.
those points
Eagles
up every week
96,
for this
Cardinals
game.
17. Be back after this.
It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
All right, y'all. So that's the end of that. It's the Eagles won 96-17. This video is over. You could find it on YouTube. Catch you later. Bye, guys.